going on, guys? Jake Lima, owner of Barbers and Beards. We're here today at High Octane. We're going to be doing some behind the scenes footage of a clothing brand that I have in the works. So stay tuned. The owner of High Octane is Garrett. Garrett's going to give you a little rundown quick of the business.
Yep, my name is Garrett. I'm owner of High Octane Print. This is our showroom. We do custom screen printing, embroidery, promotional goods, really anything you need for your business or brand. And like I said, this is the showroom. Well, after we print too, these are the transfers for the hats. So we're gonna heat press the screen print transfers on them, so we could do some video of that too.
Cool. Yeah, whatever you're thinking. Yeah, for sure.
But,
Dope.
I mean, back here, it's really just like the embroidery machines and the heat press machines.
Can you explain to me like what machine is which?
Well, they're both. So these are both embroidery machines. So these do the embroidery on hats. Jacket. Usually it's hats, jackets, polo shirts. We do embroidery on.
Dope.
And then we got the heat press machine. So like, this is heat press for t-shirts. So this is good for like small runs. We'll do like heat applied graphic, and then this is our new hat heat press. So it's got
sick.
lower heat and upper heat. So that's really good for doing like heat applied patches on hats. So we can do like the PVC silicone patches, leather patches, embroidered patches, and then we have some cool transfers we can do on hats.
Cool.
It's called like flex style patches, and they're like it's stamped, almost like a stamped or printed plastic type emblem.
Oh, awesome. And what's this machine right
This
here?
is a vinyl cutter. We don't really use this one too much.
Okay. Is that for like clothing as well? Is that for like?
So you can cut stickers on this, and then you can
Stickers.
cut heat transfer vinyl for t-shirts.
Cool.
We tend to use it's called DTF transfers now. It's direct to film, so they're a
Yep.
printed transfer, and that allows you to do like transfers with high color counts.
Awesome.
So we don't use that too much anymore, but
Awesome. Still got it if you need it.
yep, yeah, it comes in handy. I actually gotta use it today for like 2 shirts, but.
Cool.
But other than that, I mean, we got this room if you want to get some shots if you can work it in. This is the dark room.
Oh, we get in every room, bro. We get
Kind of empty right now because I got to do screens, but
We get in every room. This is what it's about. So what goes on in this room?
so this is the dark room. So this is where all the screen prep goes. Screens, they get coated with light sensitive emulsion, the screen emulsion. So we coat this. When it dries, we can tape a film to the screen.
Yeah.
So you take the film and you'll tape it to the screen, and then we expose it with the light box, and that's what burns the image into the screen. So
Nice.
all this has to be UV light safe.
Okay.
So these are like UV light safe.
You don't
lights.
power wash it at all?
Yeah, so after it gets exposed, and we
Then
can
you
show
power
you that,
wash it,
take it to the washout
Cool,
booth, and then
cool.
you wash the image out. And
Because I remember in high school when I was in graphics, we used to do that, and I just remember, I don't remember the burning the image part, but I remember after putting the stencil on there or whatever, you'd have to use a power washer and shoot it all out. It was cool.
yeah, so pretty much what happens is you tape the film, or you attach the film to the screen, and when you expose it to light, anywhere
Yeah.
there's black on the film, that's going to
Yeah.
block the UV light.
Correct.
So everything on the screen will harden from the
Yeah.
UV light except for where the image was. So when you wash it out with water, it washes the image out, and then you're left with the stencil.
Yeah, that's cool. And then you use this machine.
Yep. So that's
So-
the exposure unit. So this
Okay,
has,
yeah.
I mean, these are inspection lights, but
Yeah.
the rest of the lights
Sick,
are
dude.
purple. They got like a UV light in them, so that exposes the UV light to the screen, so that way you can burn the image in there.
Yeah, this can't be cheap. No, that's gotta cost a couple dollars.
Yeah, everything, nothing's cheap.
No, I know.
But
That's
I'll
sick.
show you the washout room.
Yeah, for sure.
So after we expose the screens, come over here. Have we just throw it in the washout bin. And we can just power wash it
Yeah,
out.
this is what I remember right here. Yep.
So we get the backlit booth so you
Yeah.
can see the image better.
And you can see inside there like that. You know, I'm sure it's all different colors at time, or does it?
Yeah, well, we usually don't do ink. Like all
Okay.
the ink gets cleaned out of the screen.
Yeah.
Because we use this to reclaim too, to reuse the screens.
Yeah, for
So all the ink gets removed before it gets here.
Yeah.
So it's just emulsion in here.
Cool. Yeah, that's sick. That is sick. As you can see, you got some stuff right here. Too.
Yeah, those are some screens that need to get reclaimed. So like that's like screens we've used already. So what we do is this is a dip tank, so this has a solution in it.
Yep.
And you put the screens in there and they soak for a little bit and that softens the emulsion again. So you can power wash the emulsion out. You're left with a blank screen.
Nice.
And then once the screen's dry again, you can recoat them, reuse the screens.
Gotcha.
So the screens are always in rotation.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool.
And this is the production facility.
Yeah, we're getting the full tour. Holy shit, it's big in here. Wow. This is crazy, bro.
Like right now, I know like I'm gonna set the screens up eventually, but like right now I'm running the press. I just have heat on, so we get the pallets warm before production. So right now the pallets are just getting warmed up, so that helps all the ink flow and stuff.
Okay.
So like right now I'm just warming up the pallets, and then we'll get the screen set up. And,
Bro,
start printing.
that machine is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And this allows you to like produce obviously like massive amounts of like quantity, right?
Yeah.
Like you can do bigger jobs.
Yeah, so like we got our smaller manual press over there. We don't use it too much, but this is the auto press. So it's 8 color, 10 stations. So you have 8 heads that can hold a screen. Each head is usually dedicated to a color in the design.
Yeah.
And then the 10 station or pallets are for the shirts. So once the press is set up, which we'll show, you just have to load the shirts on, and they'll run through the cycle, and then when they get back over here, you pull them off, throw them through the dryer. So, I mean, running the machine alone, usually we can do like 350 an hour.
Nice. Wow. 350 like units?
Sure, yeah, and
wow.
so you can do like 350 prints an hour. If you have multiple people, like we have 2 people on press and 1 catching at the dryer, we can about double that, so about 650 an hour.
Wow. Let's check that small press out.
It's not really, I don't really use it that much, so I don't get it set up, but
Yeah, no, that's cool.
yeah, so
At
this
least
is
you
the
can
same idea, but it's all done manually, so you got screen holders.
Yeah, so this is your manual press, right?
So this is for we usually only use this for like really small runs if they're like a small 1 color run.
Yeah.
But other than that, sometimes we'll use this for like hard to print items. So then with the auto is certain items might not really work well on there if you're doing like either certain bags or like weird items.
so more like smaller, precise jobs you'll use this. Cool.
Yeah, and usually just single color on this, maybe 2 color, but anything over that we usually require a higher quantity anyways, so you'll be doing that on the auto.
And then you were saying like everything gets ran through here, right?
Yeah.
Like, the drying, right?
Yeah, so this is the conveyor dryer. So after the shirts get printed, the ink needs to be heated up to usually anywhere from like 280 to 320 depending on the ink degrees. So
certain ink requires a different temperature.
yeah, so there's different inks. We do all plastics all here, but there's certain inks that cure at different temperatures. The lower curing temperatures are usually if you're printing on like a polyester blend or something. Cotton and stuff, natural fibers are usually like a higher cure time, so you don't need to do the lower cure for dye hydration. But yeah, so once they get printed, we put them on here, they'll go through. It's usually about a minute in the tunnel, and by the time they come out, they're ready to go.
And then you let them kind of like dry in here, or like
Once it goes through the dryer, it's
pretty
good,
much all set.
Yeah, once it goes through the dryer, it's good.
Let's take a look at what we're gonna print today.
So I got the sweatshirts and t-shirts laid out. Right now we're printing on a next level CDC.
Yeah, we'll get a
So we get the nice
We'll get
little
up close
CVC.
to
It's
this,
good,
so
good
this
high
is the-
quality shirt,
Yep.
good fit,
Yep,
good
yep.
material, and then we got
Super
the
comfortable,
independent 4000 hoodies. Again, great hoodie.
Great hoodie, super comfortable, super durable.
Yeah, this is a very nice midweight. Has a good fit. So it's one of my favorite hoodies to print on.
It's one of my favorite hoodies to wear.
Yeah. Yeah, well, print on and
Stuff right
this is
here.
our ink shell, so like all these are our stock colors. So
Yeah.
these are just like your generic red, yellow, blue. We got our white and black inks, and then
Okay.
we have our ink mixing system, which is used for mixing custom colors, which are these containers. So
Sick. Yeah,
if we
yeah.
have a job, like we mixed a custom color for your job today. So all these are just custom ink colors that we mix for jobs. So if they want like say they want like a specific blue, we'll mix up a specific blue. So this is PMS color 2925.
Yup.
So you have to measure. We take our ink mixing system and you'll measure out specific colors
Yeah.
by weight, and that
Yeah.
will give you that color. So it's like a overall system that everyone in the print industry uses. So that way, when you want to match certain colors, you're able to match those colors. So
Yeah,
that
it all
way-
has a code and a number
yeah,
on
it
it.
all has a code and a formula to mix. So that
Yeah.
way, if you look for a specific, you need like a specific shade. Like you look at like a bigger company like Facebook, they use a certain blue shade for Facebook or
Okay.
Google or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can always match that color. So that way,
Oh,
no
cool.
matter where you
That's
get it
super
printed, it should match your logo.
What type of ink do you use? Like, what's the brand? Do you stick with a certain brand?
We
or-
mainly use Union brand ink. Our whites we use Wilflex.
Okay. Yeah.
White's the most common ink we use, and it's
sure,
the
yeah.
hardest ink to print, so you really need to invest in like a high quality white ink.
Yeah. So that's high quality.
Yeah,
Wilflex,
yeah. I mean,
And
even
then
all the other colors
Even
are
Union
still.
ink too is still.
Yeah, they're all
Sure.
good brands. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a ton of brands out there. Everyone likes their own brand that they work
Yeah.
with. It depends on like what you're printing, how you're printing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my little makeshift ink mixer.
Is this the color right here?
Yeah, that's gonna be your green color.
Yeah, yeah.
Mix that up. I think I mixed enough, so you got a small.
Oh, let's go! No luck, all work. Living proof, baby.
So these are your screens. We got your base screen, so we're gonna do a base white,
Yeah.
and then on top of the base white, we'll print your cream color, the white
cool.
base.
Oh, so you're actually printing two separate colors on top of one
Yeah.
another?
So we got the base, which is just what's designed in white, and what that is, we're printing on black. So what that does is it gives it like a nice space to print on, so that way your cream is nice and bright. Otherwise,
Gotcha.
the black of the shirt will kind of show through that.
Okay,
So
yeah,
we got
yeah.
your base screen and then your top color.
Wow. That's super cool.
Super. And for this, we just take it up here.
And what are you taping? You're just taping off the edges?
Yeah, it's just taping the edges of the screen. That prevents ink kind of making its way out of the image area.
Yeah.
This is still open here, so if it gets out, it could go through the screen and then
Yeah.
end up getting on the shirt. So
Yeah, you don't want that.
No.
That's creates your problems. ASMR.
we got the screens up, and what I'm going to do is line up the base. We'll print a test print, and then that'll allow me to line the second screen up to the test print.
That leads me to my next question. Do you order extra like shirts at all to do a test print, or do you have like clothing already in stock?
Yeah,
that
we
you
have
test
like
print on, or-
test shirts around and stuff. So we got
Cool,
test
cool.
shirts we
Yeah.
get test prints on.
Yeah.
So that way we make sure that the screens are lined up and the print looks good before we start printing on the actual.
You don't want to start a full order if it's not right.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes sense. This machine is wild.
How you feel right now?
I'm hyped, bro. Living proof in the making, baby. I just love seeing like the behind the scenes of like, you know, where it's all done and made. It's just super dope. What's that you just put on, Garrett?
That's the flood bar. And I'll show you how it works. So that's the flood bar, and then this is the squeegee. So what it does is the flood bar will come down, it'll pull all the ink over the image area, and then it lifts up, and then this comes down, and then it'll print the design through the screen.
And the machine does all that, correct?
Yep. Yeah, once it's all set up, the machine is going to do all that for us.
Yeah, because I know the manual ones, you have to actually take a squeegee in and
you're actually taking
press
the squeegee and manually pushing it through.
Yeah.
So this is all automatic.
Cool.
The only thing we have to do once it's set up is just load shirts and take them off. So
cool.
It's a lot easier on the back.
Yeah.
I bet.
That's where your tool comes in, or something comes in handy.
Yeah, I gotta scrape it off,
Yep,
otherwise
yep.
I'll get it everywhere. So right now I'm just loading the screen up with ink.
You are not shy with the ink either. You put a good amount on there.
Yeah, you want a lot. Don't want to do that, but
Nah, it's all good.
you want a lot of ink because you don't want to get a dry spot when it's printing. It'll mess the print up. So
Yeah.
How many hoodies and shirts are you running right now?
I don't know, man. I think it's somewhere around like, I think the whole order is like 100 pieces. I want to say something like that. So we're doing like 30 or 40 hoodies. I think we're doing like 40 or 50 t-shirts. We're doing some trucker hats. We're also doing some stickers. So it's gonna be dope.
So that's the first test print. So we got reg marks right here. So that'll allow us to line up. It makes it easier to line up the second screen to it. So what we do is we'll do a test print. We're gonna dry it, and then what I like to do is I put like a transfer tape over it, and then I print the next color on top of that transfer tape. So that way, if the next test print isn't perfect, I can wipe the ink off and then do it again, and we don't have to use as much test shirts. So that'll get printed. We're gonna dry it under the flash.
This is the flash.
Yeah, it's just a flash dryer, so that typically it will dry, like if you're doing multicolor prints, you want to dry the white ink to the touch before you print the top color, otherwise it's just mixed.
Cool.
So that dries it to the touch, and then that allows us to print the next color on top.
Awesome.
Yeah, so like, see that's dry to the touch now.
Yeah.
And what I like to do is grab some tape.
tape?
Yeah, it's just like a clear transfer tape.
All right, so it's a transfer tape. Yep.
What I like to do is just lay this on top. So
Yep.
now when I print the top color, if it's not lined up perfectly, I can just wipe the ink off, and then I'm just back to a fresh slate.
I see.
So it's just like a little thing to save on one, test shirts, and then two, it makes it a little bit quicker and easier to line up the next screen.
Cool.
So now this is going to get thrown all the way to the other side of the press.
Yeah.
And we'll deal with there.
Let's get into it.
So we'll bring this under here. Lock it in place, raise it up. So now you can see how it's obviously not lined up now because I just have this thrown in here. But now what I can
Correct.
do is start to
Yes.
line up the top color.
So you can line it up
Yeah, and we
perfectly.
usually
Yeah.
just use the reg marks because it's easier to line up the reg marks than the actual
Yeah.
design. I gotta move that head back a little.
Yeah. This machine's crazy, bro.
Custom cream color that I mixed up.
Yep. And that's gonna go over the white, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
So put this in the screen, and then this design is going to be all cream, so it's going to print exactly over the white base. I'm going to use all this up too. Our colors fire. So let's go check pressure. Oh my. Now I can do a test print, and then we'll take a look, see if it's lined up. If we need to make an adjustment, we'll make an adjustment.
Looks pretty money to me.
I think
But you know what you're looking
gotta
for
take a
more than
closer
me, but
look.
that looks pretty damn good to me.
I think we're good. So what I like to do though is I'll do one more test just without the tape to make sure.
Okay.
Sometimes I can just peel this tape right off and do it.
Other times not.
Sometimes the tape will move the print a little bit.
It looks like you're pretty good, man.
So now we can lock that back in.
But it's all locked into place,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, that color is fire. Ooh.
We can do another one. All right, test print.
That's the test print right there, baby. Let's go. You gotta get to the real deal though. This is just a sneak peek.
See all the reg marks hit.
And even this, like, it looks like a small print or something.
Yeah, that's just the info for the strings.
Oh,
that
gotcha.
gets all taped off, so when
Yeah,
this
yeah,
will get
yeah.
taped off, that'll get taped off.
Yeah.
And I actually might do one more test print hitting the white twice because the screens are really light color. See how there's a little bit of.
I see what. Yeah. I
So
can
might
see
be
it.
good
Yeah.
to do. I'll do it with the white hit twice and then the color. If you like that better.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely better.
That's a little bit brighter.
Yeah, it's more bold. You can
Yeah,
see
'cause the
like.
cream's such a like. If it was like a red
Yeah.
or something, you wouldn't have a problem. But the cream's such a light color.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah,
bro.
so we'll do that.
Now the other screen that you have already has the logo on it. Obviously, it's not a test.
Yeah, I got the other screens for the front left.
Okay,
chest,
yep.
which will end up doing the same.
So you're
exact-
gonna keep that screen. You're just gonna tape off like the.
Nope. So this screen's just for the back. So I have two other screens, same process, but because the print's up here. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
I'm saying because you have the test markers, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I was wondering how you eliminate the test markers.
Yeah, so
when
you
you're
just throw
printing.
tape. So like these are taped off, so they're not printing
Yeah,
no more. So you just
okay.
throw tape underneath. locks
Gotcha,
it off.
gotcha. Yeah. I didn't even see you do that part. That's what I was getting at. Cool.
Yeah, so see how there's no reg marks.
I didn't even notice it. No, yep.
I'm just gonna.
Hang that up and show Nico too, please, real quick. Sweet.
Do one more test, and I think we're good to roll.
Yeah. Dude, this whole living proof idea, doing your own brand, like the whole living proof idea was a lot of Zach. That was him. He's like, you got to do something different, bro, and kind of separate yourself from the shop and expand a little more. So that's why we're doing living proof.
I think we're good to run.
He's like, Barbers and Beards is dope, but with a barbershop, and a barbershop brand, you can only do so much. You like pigeonhole yourself, So when you do, when you broaden your brand, you can do a lot more with it, So let's get it. First print of living proof, baby. This is history in the making right here. Getting that transition of like the up and down and like pressing and rotating, it's gonna be sick.
I thought it was COB with a nice.
There you go. There's number one right there. 101. Yeah, buddy.
Off the back, right?
That's the back. Yeah, eventually we're gonna do the front too. We're doing the test sprint for the front left pocket. So it's gonna say live and prove, so we're gonna check that out.
What's up, buddy? Just and then compare it with the ink I mixed up, just because cream's really hard to like match.
Yeah.
But yeah, if the color's kind of off, what I'm gonna do is just make my own screen printed transfers, and then I'll do them. This is all the shit on the back end that you don't know that happens.
Pretty fucking close.
Yeah, we'll see. This has.
I want to see how it looks on the
Yeah,
black.
once
Yeah.
it press it, cause the
Like this looks yellower than that, right? Like it looks like it has a
Yeah,
yellowish
but,
tint, but when you press it,
it's the back side though, and it has like a.
that's what I mean.
It has like a it's like a powdered adhesive on it, so it might look different.
Oh no, it's definitely gonna look different. That's what I'm saying. Like when you press it on there, it's gonna look different for sure.
So you got 310, 18 to 20 seconds. This foam should hold up.
Yeah, it has a slight angle. You were saying.
Yeah, just want to because it's hard to see through the paper.
It's like a microwave.
pretty good.
That's pretty, dude.
Yeah, that matches good. Okay, cool.
That matches great.
Makes my life a little bit easier. So we'll do a couple
Yeah,
of them now.
These foam truckers are super comfortable. Definitely. That's sweet. We just finished up with Living Proof, doing the t-shirts. We did some hats. So I hope you guys enjoyed that today. Living Proof coming soon. So keep an eye out for that. And I'm gonna let Garrett talk a little bit about if you guys need screen printing. Someone here local in Rhode Island, so he's the man for all that stuff. Screen printing, embroidery. So I'll let him finish it up.
Yeah, so thanks for coming by and checking it out. You saw us stage and print some t-shirts for Living Proof. You saw how we do custom hats. Those were screen printed transfers. We also do embroidery. We specialize in screen printing and embroidery, so any kind of apparel, hats, patches, promotional products. If you guys ever need anything like that, you can hit us up. And thanks for hanging out.
Appreciate your time today. Living Proof. Jake Lima from Barbers and Beards. Garrett from High Octane.